Hey Rockstar, Steve aka Void here. Today we're going to talk some more about bar chords, specifically the B minor chord. Dun dun dun. We have cue scary music over here. So before we do, I wanted to let you know that right now I have a waiting list for my Play From Day One program. If you want to work with me personally, where I can show you how to learn songs faster, how to achieve your goals faster, as well as if you don't have that much time to practice, how to organize that so that you can make steady results. My students are averaging 2 to 3 songs per week and having a blast doing it, where they're always playing music. So if you've read my book, Practice Less, Play More, and you want to work with me personally, then I'd be happy to discuss that possibility and definitely have you in the program. So let's see, play Ween. So I wanted to talk about B minor today. I wanted to talk about, yesterday we were talking about F and how that can derail. I call them F bombs, where there's an F chord in the middle of a song and you have, everything's going well, but then you have that F chord and it's like a record scratch, where it just doesn't, like, things just don't work, and you spend too much time trying to get things to work, where then you just lose interest in the song. So today I want to talk about B minor, because I gave you some tips yesterday on F, but I want to give you some tips on B minor. So a few weeks ago, I was helping a couple of my Play From Day One members play Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd. And so with Pink Floyd, I mean, you can approach that in many different ways. So typically what people do, they'd have B minor, they'd have A, then they go G, and then they do sort of this descending F sharp, and then you play an E minor, and then back to the B minor. And it's not just face value. Like, you don't just, okay, well, I need to play B minor, I need to play A, I need to play G, F sharp, E minor, and then B minor. It's not all isolated. The problem with looking at it like that is we're treating everything equally. And so what we're not realizing is that the B minor might not be that easy to build. Okay, so we might not have we might not have the coordination to build this in the first place. But even if we do get this built, switching to that A, that might be fairly easy depending on what other chords you know and how long you've been playing. G, maybe not so bad, and then back to this E minor. But when you circle back to the B minor, it's not just that you're going to B minor. I mean, you're twisting your hand. Like, watch how much my hand twists and turns. My thumb is at the back, at the top, here, where we go, here, here. There's a lot to that, right? And you need to be playing along with the record. So what I recommend, I'm going to give you some options that you could use to tackle Comfortably Numb. And this is typically how I help my students learn the song, at least at first. And then once you build the confidence and you get in the groove of the song, then you could start exploring some other options. But my whole goal is just to get you to play. So what I recommend first and foremost is not even staying in this area here. I want you to just kind of run down the track and on the 6th string. So you're just only on one string the whole time. And you're going to go 7 for the first chord, 5 for the next chord, 3, 2, 0, and then back to 7. Now, in creating a game you're guaranteed to win, in sort of that spirit, we want to make sure that you could at least start off by playing the record and playing 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, you saw I probably noticed I missed that 2nd fret there, and that's on purpose, because when we're adding chords to this, we're not going to actually distract ourselves with that passing note right away, because it's just a passing note, it's just a blip on the radar. We don't need to focus on that and run the risk of derailing ourselves. So what we would do is we would take that root note and we would play the power chord. So we'd get the side kick with the ring finger, 2 frets up and 1 string down, and we'd play like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, you may have noticed that when I played the E power chord, I went like this rather than like this. Well, why did I do that? Because I want to keep all of the variables the same. I want to keep all of the stuff. So the index finger is responsible for the 6th string, the ring finger is responsible for anything on the 5th string. And that's just to keep things organized at first, so you don't have to, your brain doesn't get overwhelmed, okay? And so where I would go from there probably build it out. Like, I mean, the whole time you're playing along with the record, so you're getting into the groove of this part. And then I would probably build it, you know, with just the ring finger and the pinky, and then, you know, here are the chords. Just adding one more note there, and then there, like that. And you might be happy just playing like that, playing along with Comfortably Numb, just that part. But if you want to go deeper, then you could even just build them out as bar chords. So let's say you fast forward a couple of days and you start building the bar chords, okay, or maybe a couple of weeks depending on how long bar chords take. Always make sure your strings are as light as possible and as low to the fretboard as possible without buzzing. So you could ask a guitar expert to set up your guitar like that. But this is what it would sound like at the end. You can go like this. You go 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that will be so compatible with Comfortably Numb. What you would do from there is you can even add at the second fret, you could add that that passing note 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So you would have that 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, where you play just the 6th string here, okay? And basically the idea here is that you're playing along with the record and you're not doing any uncomfortable sort of twists and turns that it's not even so much uncomfortable for your muscles, but for your mind to try to keep track of everything, especially if you're playing along with the record on day one, especially if you're singing along, then there's going to be kind of I think we underestimate the coordination that's required on the guitar. And so what I would aim for you to do, you could get that done even in a day or two, playing all of those versions that I was telling you, because it's strategic. You're playing it, building it up from the bottom, and growing it from there. So you're creating a game you're guaranteed to win. Okay, does that make sense, guys? Let me know in the chat box below if that makes sense, that you're playing along with the record from day one, and you're playing, instead of matching your level to the song's level and just having a stop and go version, what you're going to do instead is you're matching the song's level to your current level of playing. Now, if you could play bar chords, you'd probably start at the bar chord version and you try playing along with the record. You'd be amazed how many times I see someone playing bar chords very well, but then when they play along with the record, you know, it all goes to hell because they've never really done that before. So you always want to make sure you play along with the record, because that's a great measuring stick for if you can actually understand the pacing of the song and the timing. Okay, and it's also fun. That's kind of what we want to be doing, is playing actual music. So let me know in the chat box if you have any questions. If you, obviously if you didn't catch this live, I'm expecting that most people are going to watch this replay. So be sure to comment, ask any questions. I read all comments, I answer all questions, and either in the chat or on future videos. And definitely stay tuned for more videos. Again, if you want to work with me personally, where I could show you how to break things down on songs that you love, and so that you could play them from day one and then grow, so you could create games that you're guaranteed to win, definitely check out Play From Day One. That's number one, playfromday1.com. Add your name to the waiting list. Answer a few questions about your guitar playing. It'll only take about 30 seconds, and then you can, and then I'll read that. And if I feel like it's a good fit and we have a spot available for you, I'll reach out to you, and then we can go from there and talk about getting you into Play From Day One. And also inside Play From Day One, I should mention that I cover things like power chords and bar chords and things like that as well. So even though we would be working together personally, I would also provide some resources so that you could approach bar chords if you've been playing bar chords, or trying to play bar chords and you're not making any progress. Then definitely you want to check that out and take advantage of my bar chords bootcamp. So anyway, that's enough of me yapping away. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Take care.